We are going live as I make the posts.
Cool. I'm excited to be welcomed to BluePopStream.
Yeah.
Episode 40.
It do be episode 40. Stream is up and stable. Welcome to BluePopStream!
Man, every time you guys say how long we've been doing this, I still get shocked.
That was a running joke on our podcast for a while because literally this month we are at the 10-year mark. So every now and then it's, have we really been doing it for this long?
That's 520 episodes, bro. I assume you go every week.
Well, the one we just put out is 475 of the main show, but we also have several like side shows that come out at different intervals.
Interesting. Okay. Cool. Let me pull up Notepad real quick. Welcome, everyone. I realize we've been live talking about random stuff for a little bit, but hey, everyone. Welcome back to Scourge of the Dragon Sea. We're happy to see you. Who can tell me what happened last week?
Everyone got mad at me for stealing the flower, reasonably. We went to meet the protector of the temple, who was very distinctly not happy about it.
Reasonably?
Yes. Well, not so much the rest of you. Being mad at me would make sense. And then we got tips on where to go that I did not write down because I was not in the room, so my character wouldn't know it anyway. I believe that was more or less everything.
That sounds about... Yeah, you guys went back to the temple and talked there, and there was...
because we ended a little early.
Yeah, we ended a bit early. Just trying to see, because I know I typed out... Yeah, there's the poem that I wrote.
Mm-hmm.
What's up? Yeah, I'll just post it again so it's handy. It didn't save the formatting. Come on.
We can just scroll up to see it.
Yeah.
Oh, and we did 2 sending spells to figure out what was going on with that.
Yep.
Forgot about that one.
Okay, and now you guys need to head back to Hoshikiri.
Yep, that was the plan. Just in case we get dead in combat, because it doesn't say one way or the other, do these handheld bolts charges remain? Because it's been like a week since I got the first one.
Yes.
Okay.
There is a max number of charges?
Yes, it was 5. I need all 5 to do the thing.
And like
just making sure there was no time.
Hold charges, but it doesn't gain charges passively.
Yeah, I was just making sure that I wasn't breaking anything with keeping that there.
Okay. Okie dokie. So it's like, if I remember right, it was like roughly midday, and you guys were deciding exactly when you were going to start heading back to Hoshikiri.
Yeah.
Yes. Yep.
Okay. Give me a navigation, survival check, actually. And if you are proficient in navigator's tools, add your proficiency as well.
I have
if you're not
I have cartographer tool.
That works.
I do, in fact, have navigation tools.
What's your survival at? Well, never mind. That's good enough.
Yeah, I was going to say +2.
So you would realize, let's hop back to this map real quick. This wide river runs back to Hoshikiri. The water running to the sea. might be a faster way back to town.
I would like to mention I did not actually click that. I don't know why I rolled that.
It happened.
It was a survival skill check.
Yep. It was like the check I asked for.
Yes, hello, Maple. You hear me talking. Cat says hi.
Hello, Cat. So what's the plan, friends?
We count that as an audience member.
We take those.
Yeah. Just an apology in advance. I'm in kind of just like a low energy state today, so I might just be in kind of press A to proceed mode.
The plan was to start making the several-day journey back to Hoshikiri, because we need to get back on the sea.
Yes.
Are you going by land or by water, is the question.
Do we
Water would likely be faster.
You know that Stagborn has a port of their own.
Do we have a way to go by water?
You would know that it's not uncommon for ships to be open to like transporting people if they're already going that direction. And I think at least one of you will have a feature that makes that more likely as well.
Both me and Adema have it, I believe. Because we both have the similar background.
Yeah. The ship's passage feature.
Yep.
And essentially it says you can take passage on a ship if you work. And it's a river barge, so there's not a ton of work to do. It's likely a river barge, I should say.
And will that be big enough to transport our horses and cart and stuff?
Damn, it's a long ability.
Sorry, that was not the ability. I couldn't find the ability unless I just did the whole background.
That's fine.
Ship's passage. When you need to, you can secure free passage on a sailing ship for yourself and your adventuring companions. You might sail on the ship you served on, or another ship you have good relationship with. Perhaps one captained by a former crewmate. Because you're calling in a favor, you can't be certain of a schedule or route that will meet your every need. Your dungeon master will determine how long it takes to get where you need to go. In return for your free passage, you and your companions are expected to assist the crew in the voyage.
Sure.
As I said, yeah. Like, look, I've got experience on a ship. Can you take me there?
Yeah, I think we all qualify for that. I just didn't know if there were any ships nearby heading that way.
You find we'll do this a little bit fast version. Skipping cutscenes. You find out pretty quickly back in town that actually give me a investigation check with your charisma bonus. Anyone who wants to be particularly active in doing that. When I say that, this is a charisma investigation check.
I see the skill check and it lets me switch the mod.
Yeah.
Fuck me. Simon's really off his game today.
It's okay, my paranoia is not helping.
Yeah.
You would have disadvantage on
that. Well, I can't get lower than an at one, so.
No, you can't. What are Barry and Kai doing through this time?
The madness is taking me.
Well, Kai is just trying to look after the animals and make sure nothing's going on that way. And he's not much of one for going and talking to people, so.
Fair enough.
I guess I would still just be, keeping my eye on Ithvuc. So I would probably be shadowing him as he is trying to find passage.
You suddenly have a level in Rogue.
Yep.
Are you trying to hide?
No.
No. Okay.
No. That's not her way.
I will need a stealth check, but
you're just like standing ominously immediately behind him at all times.
Yeah, people looking might think I'm a bodyguard, but Ithvuc knows.
He knows.
Sure. So Ithvuc, you talk to a few people down by the docks. Mostly it's like merchants who might need to move large amounts of goods. And you do find out that there is a shipping barge scheduled to leave early the next day that and should be in Hoshikiri by midday the day following.
Well, excellent. That serves us just as well as. And I'll find the others and let them all know.
Simon,
Mm-hmm.
you try to find information. You are stammering and stuttering the whole time, and once in a while just say, Hoshikiri!
I'm just like
you get
making
a lot of-
flapping motions with my wings, trying to say, that's where we want to go!
Pretty much. You get a lot of weird looks. Yeah. Okay. So, you know that there is a ship. You have not gone and secured a spot on it.
Well, once we're all together, we'll go
Fair
and
enough.
offer to help out.
Simon's just gonna stand behind everyone and stop talking.
So, then you get the group all back together. You inform them of everything.
Mm-hmm.
Who is going to take point in discussing things with this freighter captain?
Well, I would assume that would be me, since I'm the one who has the feature that would let this work out.
Fair enough. One second. Let me remember the name I made up for this guy. Totally not just opening up fantasy name generator.
Into the NPC database.
Yep.
Yeah, sure. NPC database.
Yup. Let's see. Can someone roll me a d12 is what I think I want to do. I need to find this individual's race.
Type that in real quick. Haha, max race.
Okay. I lied, a d10. Let's go with... Yeah.
Someone else's turn.
Yeah. Sure. 8. It's a human. Cool. So the human captain that you approach, you see a let's see, let's just go historic and
Is there... Can we make sure that this is someone not affiliated with the Pirate Lords? Who are chasing us down?
Sure. Give me an if you want to view just from like sort of looking at this person
Yeah.
without saying anything, it'll take a little bit of time for you to really suss anything to that end.
Yeah,
Like
I think
the
Simon's just
character
gonna
from-
like pay attention to his mannerisms and such while Ithvuc is talking to him.
Okay.
That kind of investigation.
Do you want to give me an insight check then, which is a wisdom check, which means you have disadvantage.
Sure, let's try. Why not? Not terrible.
Okay, a 10. Sure. Ithvuc, you approach the captain, who introduces himself as Sizbert.
Sizbert?
Yes.
Cool.
It's a pleasure to meet you, friend. Would you
What
mind
can I
if
help
we...
with?
Would you mind if we get passage on your ship down to Hoshikiri? We're more than willing to work.
Have you experience on a ship?
Me and our cleric there in the back are pretty regular sailors, and these other 3 have been serving decently well on our own.
All right then. In that case, well, of course, it's just river passage. I do up and down a couple times in a 10 day, but well, extra hands are always helpful, especially if things get hairy here. There can be creatures come in from the sea at times, but yeah, I'd appreciate the assistance. Come on aboard. What all? So there's the 5 of you. And the animals in the cart and everything?
And a small goblin child.
The cat and the child, I guess. I don't know why they brought the kid.
Right then. You'll be feeding yourselves, correct? Bring
Yes,
your own.
of course.
Okay. Understood. All right then. Yeah, I'll be happy to have you aboard. We will leave at second bell tomorrow, shortly after dawn.
Works for us. Yes.
All right. It might be best to get your cart and things on board as it is. You can see behind him there are others loading goods, like trade goods, onto his barge. And Simon.
Mm-hmm.
Certainly to the best of your ability, you don't see anything that tells you that he is a pirate or has any real affiliation with the pirate lords. He seems like an honest man who has a wide, flat boat that can carry goods down a river.
Okay.
Would any of us have noticed him watching this guy so closely?
I mean, I'm standing behind everyone, so unless someone's turning around looking at me.
Hmm.
It's up to you guys.
I was busy having a conversation. I'm
Yeah.
assuming Barry is
I'm not-
still staring at the back of my head for some reason.
I'm not saying anything. I'm just paying attention. Can't be too paranoid.
You might be, friend. Yeah.
Just because I'm paranoid doesn't mean they aren't following me. I love that quote. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you get that all sorted out. Second bell the next day. It's all set. You have like an evening in town to do what you will. Admittedly, with an early morning on the horizon. What do you do?
Ask the DM to kick me because it booted me from the game and I can't get back in.
It says you have left on my end.
I know. It took a second. I tried to log back in, and it wouldn't let me.
Refresh.
My name was grayed out. No, I'm back in now. I'm here.
Okay.
Just a weird connection thing, I guess.
All right. Cool. Yeah.
So if this is a fresh morning when we're heading up back to the boat, is the madness and such?
You are mad for 70 hours.
Right. We rolled for that.
Yep.
So it's another day or so.
Yep. At least. Think about it, it's almost 2 days from when you became mad.
Yeah.
So there are almost 3 days, sorry, from when you became mad. Yeah, everyone gets a long rest.
Hooray.
And you are all set.
In the morning, can I ask Kai, if it's not too much trouble, could you use that spell of yours to check in on my mom?
Oh, the sending?
Yeah.
I do not have the sending spell.
That
It
was
was
a Dama
a
cast.
Dama.
So it was
that
the
has it.
Dama. Oh, why did I think it was the druid?
Yeah, the cleric's the one with
I
the cell
asked our
phone.
cleric. And he's not here. Shit.
Well, Is he here in
He's
character?
still with the party, like in character. He's here. So, let's see if I can do my. I probably have a terrible impression, so I'm not even gonna try.
Hold on a moment. Kiyoshi in the chat and dropping the fresh Prime sub. Thank you very much. You get
2
to
months is what I see.
you get to see the brand new fixed sub animation and sound effect,
Ooh, fancy.
declaring that you are the king or queen.
Insert royal title here.
Yeah.
You are the person of noble blood.
I'm a gremlin, they say.
Gremlin. That you are. That you are. All right. So, yeah, Damon says, yes, what would you like to say? 25 words.
25 words. Okay. I was going to say,
Putting
Mom.
a number on it makes it stressful.
I just need to make sure she's okay. We'll be okay. I'm going to say, Mom, it's Barry. We're heading back to Hoshikiri. Heard about pirates after us. Are you safe?
It's Barry. We're heading back to Hoshikiri. Heard about pirates after us. Are you safe? Okay, yeah.
Just the rest of it
Sure,
is just
he-
love, 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 love.
Love you, miss you. Kisses.
He sends that off, and then a few minutes go by, and he gets a response of, "Good to hear from you. We're okay. Have been up the coast, but will return to the city soon.
Okay, so
See
she
you when you arrive. Love."
Oh, okay.
so she went with Aerodrim. So it sounds like they've been having
Yeah.
their own little side adventure up the coast.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Of course. Let me check that spell actually really quick, because I think there is some kind of cost to it. But like,
Don't say that.
I would
I'm-
imagine.
It is just above where I put my background.
Yeah, it's
oh, it's
A
just
short-
a short
short
piece of
piece of-
fine. Okay, it's fine.
fine copper
And
wire.
like, it doesn't list a value to that, so I'm not gonna.
Okay.
Or it being consumed, so.
Yeah, like it's fine. Yeah. So
Because
You
you're
haven't
wiring
either.
them a message.
Yeah,
Hey,
generally that's
hey,
what most
They
spells
wrote it in that
cost
book,
is.
not me. I just made the
I
logical
know,
connection.
I know. I'm just disappointed in something in the universe.
Same as detect thoughts costing a penny. That's all it is. It's just a
Me,
joke.
me
We
every
thought-
day when I wake up, disappointed in the universe.
It do be a Monday.
Dental repose requiring like costing 2 copper to put coins on the eyes to stave off the boatman or something like that. Like there's a bunch of like real cheesy things. Lightning bolt needs first for you to generate static electricity. Yeah, there's a lot of really fun material components.
The materials
Okay.
make the spell sound weird, but thankfully you don't actually need them to do the spell.
Oh yeah.
Unless
like,
it costs money.
Yeah. And if for whatever reason you are like separated from your focus, but you can get these things, like that can be a really fun part of an adventure. Like when you're out in the wilderness, you're like, I need to find an ash twig for this spell I want to cast. That sort of stuff. Anyway, tangent.
Now that's what I call side questing.
Legitimately though. But also like not needing it with a focus means that you're not spending every minute you're in a town looking for spell components.
Yeah, that falls well within the purview of if you really want to get into the game. Shit, that's absolutely not required.
The nuts and bolts. To be fair, if you want to get that into the nuts and bolts nitty gritty of the game, there's better systems.
Yeah.
Yes.
Go play 3.5. Go play
Oh.
4th edition.
God.
Anyway, go play GURP. or Savage Worlds or any of those. Just this is not it. Leave 5th edition alone. Wizards.
Just out of nowhere.
No, like Wizard. Like I don't know how I feel about the D&D one or the one D&D changes. Some of them are cool. Some of them are like really. So yeah,
Well,
Wizards.
thankfully, all the changes in 1D&D are optional.
100%.
Thank God. It's literally just 5D alternate rules. That's all it is.
Anyway, enough tangents. What are we doing with the evening? You are in a reasonably sized settlement, and I think this is the time to mention I think it's in Xanathar's, the downtime activities list.
Ooh.
I mean, the only downtime activity Ithvuc's interested in is picking up a set of brewer's tools, a few things to make drinks, and going and getting a fucking drink because his arm is still horribly maimed.
Dama just keeps saying, "You did it to yourself, lad."
Yes, I did, but it fucking hurts. So I'm gonna go get the drink and have it not hurt anymore.
I think
And don't ask for a save. I don't care.
125.
Simon is becoming more and more conscious of the fact that he's not fit to be around strangers or people in general, so he's just gonna like sit in a corner in the bar just having a meal to himself, and if people want to come talk to him, they're welcome to, but he's not gonna go initiating anything.
Okay, so downtime activities. Some of these won't be particularly doable with one night in a town.
Mm-hmm.
But buying a magic item, carousing, crafting an item, crime, gambling, pit fighting, relaxation,
Crime.
religious service, research, scribing a spell scroll, selling a magic item, training, work.
Nope.
Are things you can do with that. A lot of these are more set up for like you have multiple days or like a week or whatever.
I love that just crime is just in the middle of that list.
As a rogue, I understand.
just this.
And like crime is actually one of the more interesting ones, and like you can get really good or really bad results.
Just the non-specificity of it.
Crime.
You know, crime.
Typically, this means theft.
Yeah.
Like the way it works is, well, you pick your target. It's generally just like robbery.
Roll for atrocity.
The DC can be 10, 15, 20, or 25 based on who your target is. And it returns a number of gold pieces as shown in a table here. There are 3 checks involved. If none of the checks, so there's a stealth check, thieves' tools, and either investigation, perception, or deception. If none of them are successful, the character is caught and jailed. The character must pay a fine equal to the profit the crime would have earned and must spend 1 week in jail for each 25 gold of the fine.
Can you lie to the authorities about the profit you were going to make, though? Just tell them it was for sentimental value.
It's one of those like, I am going to steal nostalgia.
Maybe it was just like a family heirloom that's just not worth a lot of monetary gold to you, and you just want it for sentimental reasons.
I mean, fair.
There's a lot of ways to loophole this, I'm sure.
By the way, if you choose the DC 25 crime and you get none of them correctly, you have to pay 1,000 gold and then spend, what is that, 40 weeks?
You have to
in prison.
You have to pay the gold and do the jail time?
Make this check or leave the campaign.
Or we launch into
checks.
we go into a whole other fucking side tangent for a couple of weeks where we have to break you out of jail.
Nope. Which is its own instance of crime. Let's be honest here.
We are
Hooray,
rolling
more
for more
tangents.
crime. This starts what I like to call the crime spiral.
If none of the checks are successful, you go to jail and have to pay money. If only one check is successful, the heist fails, but the character escapes. If 2 checks are successful, the heist is a partial success, and you get half the payout. If all of the checks are successful, the character earns the full value. And then there's a list of complications and all of that stuff. So DC 10, potential payout of 50 gold. It's humble.
It's not
DC
bad.
50, it says that you're robbing a struggling merchant.
I mean, still, but 50 gold is not bad in terms
yeah.
of basic supplies.
For a DC 10 crime roll?
DC 10.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
Reroll. But yeah. DC 15 is 100 gold. The robbery of a prosperous merchant. I like that the difference between struggling and prosperous is 50 gold.
And 5 points on a D20.
Yeah. DC 20 is 200 gold. You're robbing a noble. And then DC 25 is 1,000 gold. Robbery of one of the richest figures in town.
Wow.
Yeah, he probably has like armed guards or something. Yeah. Oh, and it costs 25 gold to gather the information on potential targets. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, and then the complications. Someone roll a d8 for me to see what the complications could be.
I'll leave that to our rogue.
What? I'm not doing crime?
Oh yeah.
It's a hypothetical crime.
Yeah, I don't think a lot of these are set for an amount of time, like for like a week. Okay, 7. Your victim calls in a favor from a guard, doubling their efforts to solve the case. So like a lot of the complications are like role play based.
Mm-hmm.
An unknown person contacts you, threatening to reveal your crime if you don't render a service. All of the different downtime activities have some kind of complication to them. This also talks about like rivals, when you make someone mad at you but not mad enough to like immediately try to kill you. It might just like try and throw wrenches in works.
Rival criminals.
I honestly think these are stuff to do if someone has to craft something in the background.
Oh, 100%. And like crafting is in this list of things to do as well. Carousing is far more interesting. That's going out to drink for a week. Like that's going on a bender.
A week-long bender.
Yeah.
I think I know what a lot of what Ithvuc was doing in the past.
Results. So there's a lot of stuff to do here. I don't think you guys have quite enough time. What do you want to do with your night?
I already listed what I'm doing.
Same.
Yeah. I feel like everyone wants to get a drink, though. Probably.
I don't want to get a drink. I want to be hammered.
I'm in the tavern. I'm not like getting as hammered as Ithvuc, but just in the corner. I think Simon's actually also like playing with his cards as sort of a way to like try and refocus his mind. How much success he's having is up in the air.
Sure. Sorry, say that again for me.
I think so. Simon's in the corner of the tavern at a table by himself, just having a meal to himself, playing with his cards as a way to try and temper the madness and refocus his mind.
Sure. Okay. Give me a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
This is a wisdom check, so you have disadvantage.
Disadvantage.
That's a shame. That disadvantage was such a shame.
Worst thing to get a nat 20 on.
Oh, the 20 was the second die as well.
I know, yeah.
Yeah, you roll. You spend some time and roll a d12 for me.
Okay.
Okay, we're going to shave 5 hours off of your madness. I'm taking a few hours to like try and center yourself.
Nice.
Okay. You do have your mother's locket, correct?
Yes.
Nice. Cool.
How much do the things I want to buy cost?
That is a very good question. I need this book, I believe. Brewer's Supplies. And various things to use them for brewing things.
Yes, you have the list of the stuff he knows how to make. So
Yeah, fair. Yeah. And where is... And so, brewer's tools. Is that even...
I believe it's labeled brewer's supplies.
Brewer's supplies. Is it... Here we are. Brewer's supplies. The brewer's supplies
20
is 20 gold. Yeah, 20
Yeah, I
gold.
just went to the shop.
Yeah. And we'll say another like 5 gold for a reasonable start on your on the materials that you want to put into the drinks.
Alrighty.
I think. Yeah.
Just for the record, I'm not going to make the stolen recipes, but I will be making the normal stuff.
Sure. Cool.
So the top 2 of the list are the stolens.
For context, Ithvuc was a bartender and can make drinks,
Nice.
and some of them have mechanical effects. Also,
And not all of them are alcoholic to this
Yeah, not all of them are
party.
Yeah. What are Barry and Kai getting up to at this time?
Kai is going to grab himself a flask at the tavern, and then he's going to grab the displacer kitty and go out and try to teach him how to displace by casting mirror image.
Ooh.
Nice.
Yeah, give me an animal handling check with advantage.
Animal handling.
You're probably really good at animal handling anyway. But
Normally.
there you go. Okay. Yeah, you have another really good bonding session with the cat. And by the end of it, you actually see 2 illusions of the cat where you know the cat is not. So he's learning.
Hooray.
He's doing it.
Little defense.
Yeah.
Gotta keep
Also through this, you notice that the cat always knows which image of you is actually you. It is never fooled by the mirror image.
Cool.
Yeah, just you learn a little thing about your cat.
The guy's gonna end up a tamer at the end of all this.
Druids are always the pet people. Like, let's be honest here. The best summoner in the game is a Circle of Shepherds druid.
Yeah. I was just making the joke about the other actual class.
Oh, for sure. For sure. Yeah. Barry. What are you getting up to?
Have we? I don't know if I missed this. Have we decided where we're sleeping tonight? Are we gonna be just like, in a field?
Assumedly, there is an inn.
There is an inn, yes, and
Okay.
like involved in getting drinks and things. You could easily negotiate for renting a space in a bed.
Okay. Okay. Cool. Then because I feel like we can't forget that we do have just a small child. So I'm gonna spend my night babysitting Ithvuc. We're still in his town, right?
Yeah,
Technically.
the town where you met him, at least.
Yeah. So before we settle down at the tavern for the night, I'm gonna ask him if he needs to pick anything up, if he left anything behind at his house, and just ask him about, does he have any siblings?
Ithvuc, you already know that Ithvuc came here with his mother, and that they had left home to come here.
Yeah.
So he says that like he doesn't really have like a house here, and he doesn't really have much stuff aside from like for travel, which is like the clothes. And when I was like trying to survive on my own, I lost some of that stuff, but I'm okay with what I have now. I am kind of hungry right now though.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Well, I don't have a fire. Right now, or like a kitchen right now. Wait until you see our boat. I have that's where I'm most comfortable. Wait till you see my kitchen. I'll make you something great. For now, let's go back to, I guess, the tavern, and I don't know what they'll have on their menu, but we'll find you something.
Yeah.
If him or any of our group wants any of the food that's available in the tavern, Simon will gladly pay for a meal.
Okay, yeah, we'll go sit with Simon.
Menu. Let's see. Fantasy tavern menu. There has to be a generator for this.
There is.
There is. There 100% is. Okay.
I happened upon it while I was making that Quincy build.
Yeah. This is amazing. So, the innkeeper is a halfling. He introduced himself as Korlos. That's Korlos.
Corlos.
Korlos. Yeah. He is very, very friendly and says, "Oh, what can I get from you?" And slaps down a rather well-weathered parchment with a menu on it, including barbecued gorgon,
Oh,
smoked triggerfish stew, wood frog meatballs, broccoli gruel, baked potatoes, and marinated shallots for food options. There's a couple wines, a little bit of liquor on here, and several different beers.
amazing. I'll let Ithvuc decide. I'm gonna start, trying to pay attention to his palate, what he likes.
Sure. He kind of like looks at you first, and then back to looking at the menu, and then looks at you as anything.
Oh,
What's gorgon? And Carlos says, "Oh well, you know what a bull is, correct?" Yeah. Well, a gorgon is like a massive bull with hide like iron. Takes daring adventurers to kill it, but the meat you get from it, unbelievable.
I hate it. I hate that that's what a gorgon is in this universe.
Dude, it bugs me to no end.
I was like,
See, what you're thinking of as a gorgon, like a Greek mythology gorgon, is just total Medusa.
yeah.
yeah. I was like, how are we gonna eat that? Okay.
Me to no end. Anyway.
I just can't help thinking, it's Gorgon, moron!
He says, could I get some of that? Right, of course then. And for you, lass.
I'll have the same thing, and also maybe just a weak ale.
Sure, we'll get you a spicy lemon then.
Sounds great.
I'll have a plate of the Gorgon as well. I'm happy to see no bird-type products on this list, and I will also have the tallest, widest glass of ice water you got.
Right. So, in that case, that'll be. He kind of counts on his fingers for a second. 4 orders of the Gorgon. That'll be.
Gorgon.
24 silver for that, and then just 2 copper for the ale, and I'll get you that water right quick.
And Simon will pay for everyone's food himself.
Okay.
I would
Nice.
separately be picking up some shallots and As much as he is feasibly willing to tell me about.
Okay. Out of character. How much alcohol are you wanting to buy?
He does not want to be able to feel his arm.
That's drinking so
has
we can't
just
feel
faced-
feelings.
One of the things I told you was one of his greater fears. He does not want to exist.
100%.
Christ.
100%.
Just real quick, what was the total for all that food?
24 silver, which is two gold, 4 silver, and then 2 copper for the drink.
Okay.
All
right.
Marcus, are you wanting good alcohol or are you wanting alcohol?
He's not going to really care about the quality of it. He's not thinking about tomorrow. He's just get this out. I'm feeling.
You say as much to Corlos, and he's like, "All right, well." He reaches under the bar and pulls out like this bottle, and he blows like a bit of dust off like the shoulder of the bottle at the bottom at the base of the neck. This is meaty mushroom liquor. It and like looking inside, it's cloudy. This liquid is cloudy. He says you'll have to shake it before each drink, or just shake it before each drink. It'll get the job done. Whole bottle, 2 silver, and 2 silver for the shallots as well.
Fine by me. He grabs it, goes, sits down, and
All right.
I had to do a bit of mental math there for a second. I'm sorry.
That's 4 silver.
Yeah. Well, it was I was going down because I didn't have 4 silver on hand. I am good at math. I am not fast at math.
All good. All good. By the way, this tavern is the Sleepy Shield Ale House. I'm going to bookmark this page because I love this already. It also gives a like random number of patrons and a little bit of detail on each. For the record, so we don't get like struck or whatever, this is thievesguild.cc/tavern.
Nice.
For anyone out there who wants to know about this.
The name of that tells me that there might be a little something else going on here.
Sorry?
The website. The name of the website tells me something else might be going on here, buddy.
I think they might be a front.
Patrons of note.
Hopefully I matched my gold right.
You see a mountain dwarf fisherman. Like clearly he's got like an old vest with lots of pockets. And he smells like he just came out of the water. You see a male half elf with splashes of paint on some of his clothes, or on his like regular gray tunic. You see a human who looks very wise and intelligent, in robes with a brown cowl over his head, and you see a tall Goliath with a whole bunch of like what are obviously like carpenter's tools on his hip. And there is a gnome bard sitting in a corner plucking away at a lute. What's going on, folks? You're all just eating away now. Marcus is wanting to forget the world. Yeah. Marcus, could I get...
If you're gonna ask for a con save, I don't care.
I figured.
There will be no save rolled, even if you ask for one. I want to fail.
Okay. Unfortunately, this is a natural process, so you don't get to choose to fail this one.
Ah, damn it.
It's like telling your body, I want to wake up feeling like shit, damn it!
You get that sort of drunk. Yeah. Yeah, you. We'll say that there are 20 shots worth in this bottle. Let's roll 5 Constitution saves right now.
Oh my god.
We're fast traveling through the night.
I'm just gonna click advantage to make it roll twice.
Sure.
Good.
Nat ones! Two
Oh
nat
my
ones!
god.
You asked for 5. There you go.
Oh
100%.
my god!
Oh my god.
So you take this first. Do you have a shot glass? Probably somewhere in your brewer's supplies.
Nope. I'm not drinking out of
You're
shot
just going
glass.
straight from the bottle. Okay.
Yep.
So for these first 5 drinks, you don't just like shoot it from the bottle. You just like straight up. And this mushroom liquor hits you like a gorgon. Like a charging, like a minotaur in full charge. This is like calling this bog water is a compliment. Like that would be a good thing to say about this. It is awful.
He grimaces, looks like he wants to. Yeah, but he keeps drinking. He does not care.
Yeah, there you can certainly taste the alcohol. You can taste the pit that the mushrooms were grown in. This is not great alcohol. But like after like the hit of the first 2 drinks is through, you take the other like the next bit fine, and you also look around and see people are just kind of like looking at you now. We're going to say like I'm setting a DC on this at like 15. So yeah, you're at 3 fails at this point. If you get to 5 fails, you're unconscious.
Fine by me.
You are like this is hitting you like a truck. Go ahead and roll me a number of your choice of the next drinks.
Oh.
There's another one.
Okay, now we're gonna go individually. So, okay. Is anyone paying attention to Ithvuc?
If he's sitting in the tavern, I probably would note it, yes.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. You are making solid progress through this bottle, my friend.
I'm just gonna keep drinking until you tell me stop.
Yup. Okay, that's unconscious.
Okay.
So, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Halfway through the bottle, he like takes a drink, sets it out, and says, "You know, that thing with the fire was just like slams against the table that you're at, and he is like profoundly unconscious. Buddy, I hope you're ready for tomorrow morning when you said you guys could work on a boat." Notably, he doesn't spill any out of the bottle when he passes out. It's like solid on the table.
Mm-hmm.
And the cork. Would you have saved the cork? Mark.
Yeah, it's on the floor somewhere.
Somewhere. Cool. Probably just like a bite and spit situation.
Yep.
Okay. Nice. I like it. That's awesome.
He is a pirate. Expecting decorum is ridiculous.
Oh, 100%, dude. Like I'm not saying you like wafted the cork like a fine wine. This is not that. The rest of you might want to find the cork because this has a smell. This is a situation. Yeah, but the barbecued gorgon is delicious. It's a nice
Amazing.
peppermint sauce. A solid medium rare. Oh, it's delicious.
Nice.
Your spicy lemon ale, Barry.
Mm-hmm.
It's cheap alcohol, but they tried to sweeten it a little bit with lemon, but it's a very cheap ale. It's not super. Halfway through the bottle, halfway through your meal. That makes sense there, Marcus. It's a beer. It's a nice light beer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
I will say, is Ithvuc's mask visible anywhere on his person right now?
It would be hanging from his hip.
Okay.
Okay. So when we finish eating, I'm gonna go. I'll look for the cork. I'm gonna go to his table, see what a fucking mess he made, and look for the cork for the bottle. But I'm also going to try and just slip the mask off of his belt.
Okay. Real quick, Marcus. What your perception? Okay, so the DC on that is
My
gonna be
passive
10,
is 15.
but you're unconscious.
I was gonna say, does that
Yes.
matter when you're unconscious?
I'm telling him in my passive if he wants a negative there. There he goes.
Yeah. You're unconscious, so minus
Because I
5.
don't get to roll, so.
And he rolls with advantage because unseen. Blah blah blah. Yeah, cool. So you managed to find what you think is the cork.
I would actually remind you, they're not aware of this. The mask is sentient and currently in my head. So would that be with advantage?
Actually, give me a couple. I need to check this again. Is it
No.
more be based on the stats of?
Does the mask have the ability to move and dodge out of the way of being taken?
No, but it would have the ability to
warn
scream, "Hey, someone's trying to grab me, you fucking idiot! Wake up!"
Yeah, but you're also turbo drunk.
Yeah. You're hearing other voices too right now. Like
Does it grant sobriety?
It had a whiz of 14, by the way.
actually, this. Kai, how far are you from the party?
I would say I'm quite some distance.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I'm gonna do this anyway because this is fun. So Barry,
Uh-huh.
roll me a sleight of hand check, please.
With advantage or just straight?
Just straight.
Okay.
Okay.
That's still pretty good.
Okay. Ithvuc, roll me a charisma saving throw.
Oh shit.
Oh no.
Due to me consistently failing those rolls, would this be drunk?
Yes.
Oh shit.
Okay.
Oh no.
Potentially yes.
Oh no is the correct response.
Oh.
As you as you lift the mask off of his hip, you hear a shriek, like a shrill scream, that vaguely reminds you of the matron that you fought several sessions ago.
Okay. Yeah.
And the mask pulls itself out of your hand and attaches to Ithvuc's face, who then stands up.
Oh.
And yeah, let me read this.
We're all making mistakes these past few sessions.
It doesn't know I wasn't gonna do anything crazy.
Oh, sorry. It slaps to his face, and you cannot remove it.
That's it?
Yes. You still heard, like, actually, only you heard that shriek.
I was about to ask, is this something audible or is this in her head?
That the shriek was in her head.
Oh my god.
Yeah. He still looks like he's passed out drunk on the table, but now the skull mask is on his face.
God.
Oh.
I'm gonna slowly heel turn to where I'm sure Simon's like watching me, and it's just like my face is just pale, and I'm gonna like motion for him to come over.
I'd also like to wonder what the rest of the people in the bar are currently thinking about what the fuck just happened. Because some of them were looking at me, as you said.
I think Simon's just like staring wide-eyed, like still at his table, like not getting up. Like, what am I gonna do?
I'm still gonna like motion for you. I'm gonna say, "You're magical. Get over here."
And do what?
I don't know. It's stuck to his face. I don't know what to do. Can I try and like pull it off?
I'm gonna use my mage hand cantrip and try to use that to pull it off.
So Mage Hand has a maximum weight of what you could pull off, like carry with it. That is nowhere near strong enough to pull this off of his face right now.
Oh my god.
How heavy does the mask weigh?
Should I
It's
rage
not
and try prying it?
It's not that it weighs, it's that it's attached to him.
That there is some force holding it to his
Oh
face.
my god. I fucking knew this mask was a bad...
Give
What
me
the
a
fuck?
perception check.
That's wisdom, so disadvantage?
You have disadvantage, yes.
Alrighty.
You're seeing all the things that in your head could be
Bad and
Ooh.
bad.
Yeah.
Oh no.
I should actually stat out is like one of these days. Oh,
I knew
Barry?
this was... I knew
you
this... Oh
wanna
my
roll a
god.
perception check, Barry?
Yes. She's just feeling big vindication right now.
Okay. As you're like looking at this and like kind of trying to pull it off, you do see it's very faint right now, but there's almost like black wisps of smoke sort of pouring out from the edges of the mask, kind of clinging to Ithvuc's skin a little bit before they like dissipate away.
What the fuck?
It doesn't want to leave.
Okay, well, I don't want to travel with this thing.
I mean,
The fuck is the mask done to you? What?
we've all got our issues. He's still on our side.
Is he? You saw what he pulled last night, this morning. I don't know, time.
I even explained what that was. What
But,
the?
but he hasn't done it to any of us.
He was gonna give that fucker what he wanted. He did give that fucker what he wanted.
Yeah. Out of character, I think Simon still hasn't been told by Ithvuc the reason for what he did, so...
I very specifically told you last session.
Did you?
Yeah.
Okay. So,
Yeah, we talked about it.
Okay.
You all were informed of exactly why he did what he did.
Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean I
You
have to
have
be
the-
happy with it.
No, it doesn't. Just blaming the mask. The mask had nothing to do with it.
No, but it certainly doesn't help.
Oh boy. Oh man. Oh. Okay. Okay.
Should I? Would you mind letting me tell them what potentially they have just done out of character?
Oh no.
You may have just killed Ithvuc.
Hmm.
Oh.
I
Just want it on the record. I did not start this.
At this
I
point,
started it, but she did not know. And hey, that's the way the
Demo.
dice rolls.
a demo walks in.
Oh, thank God. A holy man.
Thought says it, maybe.
A demo walks in and goes to the bar. and like gets a drink, kind of like scans over the room, sees the group of you, then sees the mask on Ithvuc's unconscious body and says,
No, just
like,
real quick before he says anything, just Simon's gonna go, hey Dama, want some Gorgon?
"Sure, thank you." He comes over to your table and says, "Thank you." He takes a bite. Oh, that is magnificent. Imagine this in a Dama's voice. I'm not even gonna try. It's not my character. It's not me. It's like, so, what's going on with the fish?
Oh, you mean blue boy?
Right, the blue twink.
Yes. So, okay. I was just gonna take a little look at the mask just because I think it's creepy and it has not been, I don't know. Ithvuc is already like kind of high strung as it is. I don't know if he needs like a creepy mask as well. I just feel like it's been, there's been some things affecting maybe his decision making. I don't know. I was just gonna take a look at it. Get Simon maybe to do some magic, stuff on it to see if it was dangerous. But now it shrieked in my head when I touched it, first of all.
It's on there.
And then
It's on there.
and now it's on there. And I don't know if we can get it off.
Right.
Yeah.
So, have you taken a close look at this, Simon?
I tried to take it off with Mage Hand and that did not work.
Right, but have you taken a look at it?
Not really, but I can.
Look.
I'm pretty aware that I'm not in the best state mentally right now, but I could try.
Does he have this other spell that would be useful, at least for the gaining of information? He does not. Okay. Oh, right. Simon, you were aware of another consciousness near Marcus when you detected thoughts.
Yes.
So, do you want to make an Arcana check, Simon?
Okay.
That is an intelligence check.
I can do that. Still not good.
Roll again. He's helping you.
All right.
These dice are really committed to this storyline. I'm sorry.
Oh.
Dice say no.
So you sort of like reach out with your magic a little bit at it, and like as you're taking a look, and you get the sense that whatever bond had existed is now being increased by the entity in the mask. Perhaps not with Ithvuc's consent.
It's grabbing onto him tighter?
The
Yeah,
magical bond. I think
it's-
is more what he was going for.
yeah.
Yeah. Magic
Like,
is what I meant.
It's essentially taking the attunement connection and magnifying it.
Uh-huh.
And you, in your head and like with your experience with your patron and whatever, you think it's not outside the realm of possibility that the entity might be trying to take control.
Is there anything I can do to sort of staunch that process?
What spells do you know?
I have Disguise, Detect Magic, Detect Thoughts, False Life, Mage Hand, Magic Stone, Blast, Witch Bolt. I have Counterspell, a couple of Smites, and Blur, and Shield. And then the spells in the orb.
Yeah, and the spells in the orb are...
You want me to just list them off?
I'm looking at them now, because I have the... Yeah. One of those might help from in a find out more information capacity.
Mm-hmm.
Because at this point, you would know what those spells do.
Yeah. My first thought is speak with dead, but he's not dead, unless the spirit in the mask counts as dead.
Do you guys remember when he whatever got the mask?
Not exactly, no.
I know that he's like used its abilities to prey on people over the course of the campaign.
Yeah.
I don't think the first one counted as people, just saying.
Creatures.
First one,
Semantics.
the first one.
Literally, the first mention I have of the mask in my notes, it says spooky mask, Ithvuc murder hobo. It's what I wrote down.
The mask came from when we fought all the shadows on our ship.
Yep.
The big bad was the one that dropped it.
one shadow that seemed to be like controlling the rest. That had the weird sort of like skeletal face.
I have Death Ward to maybe protect Ithvuc's soul from dying as a result of this takeover.
Actually, that could be useful for you as well. It's shadows are also classified as undead, so that could have helped find more information. Edema is going to make a quick roll over here. Okay. Edema says, I think there's something I can do to help this, but it'll have to wait till morning until I'll have to get another spell ready. But I think I can help him out.
Well, Death Ward lasts 8 hours. I could put that in place now.
How many charges does that cost?
Let's see.
Is that 4 or 5?
Let me check the item description. Death Ward... 4 charges, I think? It doesn't say specifically next to it, but it's under banishment, which says 4 charges.
Yeah, the whole set will be probably. Yeah, 4. Yeah. So, and like 1 charge is inflict wounds, cure wounds, hellish rebuke, ray of enfeeblement. So yeah, it is 4 charges for Death Ward there.
All right, I'll do it.
Okay. So, where are you doing this?
I'm trying to just
Still
focus.
just in the bar? Still just in the bar?
Should we move him upstairs, maybe, if we have a room?
Yeah, if we can.
I haven't described the last couple times you've used the orb effects, especially because you've just been doing like 1 charge effects.
Mhm.
Remember that using charges also makes you look closer to a skeleton.
Yeah.
Are you wanting to do that in the tap
No.
room of this?
Probably
No,
so.
Okay.
I'll wait. So we'll carry him up to the room that we have, and then I'll do it once we're in the room.
Okay. Sure. Up in the room, you cast the spell. Your skin becomes sunken and hollow. Really old, really nerdy reference. Obviously, Itchy, you've watched Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yeah,
Like the original.
literally
You know
every
Bones?
episode of every season.
You know Bones?
Yes.
You kind of look like him now.
Brains.
Yeah, that guy. He... does anyone not know what I'm talking about? Because, so, like, his eyes are very much sunken in his head. Hands, you can see, like, every bone in his hands, and, like, Simon more or less looks like a skeleton that happens to have a little bit of flesh clinging to it. Yeah, so that's fun.
Already frazzled mentally, now he just looks it.
Yeah. Okay. So, I will also say this effect is not really touching his hit points, but it will probably extend the amount of time he potentially has to not lose his soul and control of his body.
That's good.
Yeah. Okay. Anything else anyone wants to do tonight?
I think Simon's ready to go pass out.
Kai, how long are you out in the wilderness?
He was actually going to stay out there for the evening and get to the boat early.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you're a druid, etc. I'm not going to ask for a survival check for that because you could also just turn into an animal and sleep for a while. Like you're solid. The displacer kitten like curls up next to you as well. Yeah. Okay. Ithvuc is very confused about what's going on and why Mr. Birdman looks like that now. Yeah. Cool. You guys rest. When everyone else wakes up, Ithvuc does not.
Oh god.
You do see that the sort of like shadow wisps have almost covered like his whole head at this point in the morning. And Adama takes some time, says some prayers, splashes some salt water from a flask that he has on his skin, etc. I'm making up fasten rituals. I'm sorry if you're watching right now, Bon. Feel free to message me and get mad if you are watching. And then he says, all right then, this should do it. And he casts Dispel Magic at 4th level.
Oof.
And there's a... As you watch and the magic sort of like passes into Ithvuc, a minute goes by. 2 minutes. You start to wonder if maybe that didn't really do the job. And then there's a bit of a glow behind the mask. And the shadows, it sort of cuts off the wisps of shadowy smoke around his head. And the mask falls off of his face. Ithvuc, you wake up.
Do I know what the hell just happened?
First, give me a Constitution saving throw.
Fair enough.
With disadvantage.
While this scene is happening, Simon is in his bed in a different room, still asleep.
You wake up and vomit profusely. And then,
It's the alcohol. It's the alcohol.
God,
sure.
I hope it's the alcohol.
The mask falls off of your chest. Are you able, do you think, to catch yourself as you're like sit up and not vomit on yourself? No?
Nope.
Okay. You vomit on the mask then.
Oh, gross.
The ultimate insult.
Yeah.
Well, she's gonna be pissed.
Your head is killing. You feel like you might throw up again. Today is going to be a rough day. But you don't feel the burny sensation from your arm anymore. You do hear a voice that you've kind of gotten familiar with. A very feminine voice say, "Next time." And you're not sure what she's talking about.
The fuck do you mean next time?
You were almost mine.
I've not gone back on our deal. The fuck are you talking about, almost yours?
It's silence.
I'm gonna pop up and ask, what the fuck happened?
Good morning.
You're an awful lot kinder all of a sudden. What the hell?
Yeah, so a bit of a weird night.
About last night. Why the fuck is she saying I was almost hers?
Sorry, who was saying what?
Oh, for fuck's sake, y'all know the mask is magic at this point.
Yeah, and it freaks me the fuck out, so I was going to get our resident magic bird to check it out last night.
Fully throwing me under the bus.
You're not even here.
No.
But it did, scream pretty disconcertingly in my head, and then attach itself to your face, and we could not take it off. And I didn't want to rip skin off, So, but it's all good. I think Adema, fixed it. Yeah.
Adema fixed it, yes, thankfully. Otherwise, not only would you have literally just killed me by taking this fucking thing, you could have put everyone in this town at risk.
Okay, well, how was I supposed to know?
I don't know, about the same level of knowing as me knowing a fucking vampire is going to appear when I pick a flower. Oh, not so nice now the shoe's on the other foot now, is it?
Huh, I actually can't say anything to that. I still don't agree with what you did, but I do apologize for almost killing you, even though it was not my intention. And water under the bridge.
I'm not so sure that it is at this point, because I think we've got something that's way more off-putting than this bloody mask on the Bird Boys person that you've never tried to steal before.
Oh, the magical, the orb?
The orb that turns him into a fucking skeleton every time he uses the damn thing.
I mean, yeah, but I feel orbs are so hard to...
It turns him into a skeleton when he uses the damn thing.
Okay, but the mask is just visibly scary, so it freaks me out a little bit more than just an orb that sometimes turns he turns into scary shit all the time. You've seen that, right? Okay. I'm sorry.
Okay, I'll make this very simple. Try to steal from me again, and if I happen to live through it,
I'm
gonna fucking leave and take my bloody ship with me. I'm the one who pays everyone on it, after all.
Oh no!
Well, okay. No, I wasn't going to steal it. I just wanted to poke it to see if it was affecting your decision making in any way. But if you're saying that that's just how you are and that's how you make decisions, then okay. I'll leave the mask alone.
The mask doesn't do anything to my head. It just wants me to feed it, or it's gonna fucking kill me.
This episode was long, dude.
So, okay, well then, should we turn this into an intervention then? Why are you okay with that?
I kill people who have either tried to kill me or hurt others.
And the threat
How is it different from what you do?
Well, because I don't have any creepy voices in my head that are gonna suck their souls out.
You don't know about the voices.
Well, she screamed in my head. There was something there, and she screamed in my head, and I did not enjoy it.
2 out of 10. Wouldn't recommend. Screams too much.
Screams.
I am straight up not having a good time.
Well, maybe don't try to steal it.
Well, okay, now I know. Now we've learned lessons. So yes, I will not, believe me, you could not pay me any amount of gold to touch that thing again. As long as you can promise that like whatever is in there, you know, and what almost killed you, it just won't happen. You won't let it happen, right?
I have to feed it once every 3 days, or it tries to do exactly what I assume just happened.
Okay, well, have you considered what if we're on the ocean and like we go between like 3 days without like having a battle? What the fuck are you gonna do?
I don't think you understand how quickly ships usually travel. We could cross the sea pretty quickly.
I was so ready for that answer to be feed it a crew member.
I know, that's what I was expecting it to.
No, I would
Okay.
sooner getting killed by the fucking thing to do that.
I mean, it's what is it? Either you're gonna have to kill it or it's gonna kill you. I don't know. From your track record, it seems like you would make that choice.
No, as you clearly saw, I'm not exactly able to fight back.
Oh,
It
God.
would not be good for him to get killed by the thing, though.
No, that's the thing. Well, you know, we might not come out of this confrontation with a decision, but I feel like we know more about each other, which is good.
Out of character,
boy.
I'm just wondering, like, if the mask consumes him, what does it do then? Does the mask just lie there on the ground?
Another shadow matron appears.
That we would have to fight.
The thing that I killed
So
to
we-
get we killed to get the mask.
Okay.
The thing, yeah.
Okay, well, I don't want to deal with that.
Hey, Simon. That's that to the other room.
I would
Lie.
like mentioning,
Asleep.
I was very much shouting
Skeleton
through all
boy.
that.
Yeah.
I was not happy.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Okay. Simon, you wake up. Could you roll me a D100? Or roll a wisdom saving throw. It is a wisdom check.
Okay. Disadvantage?
DC 14, yes.
Oh!
Okay.
Wow.
No stacking madness on madness.
Sick.
Yeah. Cool. Nice. I already had the long-term madness page pulled up too, by the way. Anyway.
Oops.
Yeah.
Sorry for the misclick.
You are conscious. You are alive. You hear the sounds of arguing from down the hall. You recognize the voices.
Yeah, I think Simon is gonna shuffle to his feet and head over and see if everyone's still conscious and awake and alive, but feeling like not great himself. Just opens the door.
And another thing, you have a son now.
What the fuck? Why are you guys trying to fall the goblin on me? You're the ones who asked him to come.
I'm just saying, if we are traveling with innocence, with small innocent minds, like, it's,
No, scary skull mask.
yeah, honestly, yeah.
We fight demons and ghosts and fucking bandits. They're
mean,
fucking
sure.
scary than the goddamn mask.
And we protect them from like those things, but how are we supposed to protect them from ourselves?
I don't know. The fact that I'm actually wearing the mask when I'm doing the protecting might kind of lean a little more.
I think Simon's just gonna like quietly poke his head in the door, hear the argument going on, think to himself, "Cool, Ithvuc's still alive," and then shuffle downstairs for breakfast.
Get back in here, bird boy.
Oh no.
I swear, the three of you drive me up a wall.
Which three? Sorry.
Well, the turtle hasn't done anything to me. You,
I
damn
assumed he
it.
meant you, me, and the. Oh wait, damn! I thought you meant the kid as well.
No.
I'm not sure how the turtle feels about me, but I've been doing everything I can to make this grouping work, and without fail, I either get snark or nothing from you all. And now you're attempting to steal something and nearly killed me.
Okay, again, I don't go around stealing things like some
I
other people.
Exactly once, and you are the rest of you are still wearing the things I stole.
It was just making me nervous.
And I have not stolen since because you all specifically told me you're not exactly happy about that.
Have you really never stolen again?
Yes.
Because I feel like even if you did, I wouldn't be able to tell.
Well,
'Cause
go
we
ahead
lose
and roll an
track of
insight
you.
check.
We lose track of you sometimes, you know. And so it's kind of hard to trust, like, you know, a shifty
Go ahead and roll an
Seeming.
insight check.
rogue character. I will. Okay, sure.
That's classist.
A good even 10.
Hey, Montu, you think that's enough for her to know that I'm being sincere about this?
He seems sincere.
This over
Good
there just like
contribution.
munching.
He's eating and reading a book or something while we're doing this.
I'm planning. I haven't really spoken in like 15 minutes. It's amazing. Being entertained.
Fine, I'll believe you. And I do apologize again. But again, I wasn't going to steal. That's not my thing. I just wanted to see if it was like safe, because you gotta admit the vibes are horrible.
It's just a mask.
It's not just a mask.
As far as anyone else would know, now you know it's not. It's my patron. It's where I get my magic from. That's been helping us.
I'm sorry. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like we have like seen it suck.
You have seen it.
Something in?
Someone else. So I said other people. You all know it is not just a mask.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm like, we're the ones traveling with it.
Okay. Am I stabbing any of you?
Not yet. But okay,
You genuinely heard it, that one.
if you think it's fine and you've told us everything there is to know about what you know, I don't know how much you know, then fine.
Well, it's currently bonded to me. I know the purpose of our deal, and so far it's the only thing that hasn't fucking literally tried to kill me again. It's pretty bad that I could trust a thing that promised to kill me more than I could trust my own party member at the moment.
Ooh.
Wow.
I was just looking out for everyone's
Who?
greater interests.
Did you try to talk to anyone else about whether or not you should try to separate me from the mask?
You know, everybody else has their own things going on. I don't know. Kai was like, did something with the kitten.
So the
And-
answer is no.
And Kai still
No.
hasn't rejoined the party.
And Simon is like going through a funk. I don't know what's happening.
Kai's probably like at the ship at this point.
You didn't even think to ask the magic expert in our group.
I was going to do that right after. I didn't think you're
taking the
moving the
mask.
mask off of your person. It's going to kill you.
Oh my god.
Okay. Like, hey, to be classist against myself, I hit things with a hammer. And so, like, I didn't even consider that it wouldn't want to leave you. I thought I could take it for 5 minutes.
You hit things with the hammer and you see us summoning things out of the fucking ether to smack people around with, and you think it's a good idea to touch something of ours?
You know what? I'm not built for magic. I'm not. So I didn't consider that. I just saw something that makes me nervous and wanted some more information about it, and I wasn't sure if you would be transparent.
At this point, Simon's just gonna shout out, "Hey, we should probably get going to the ship sometime soon."
I'm sorry.
Not the worst idea.
If I am still
Uh-oh.
around after we get done with this assassin's business, count yourself lucky. And I walk out.
Oh. Both of you get inspiration if you don't already have it. That was amazing.
Would I have had inspiration after giving the recap too?
Yeah.
Because I didn't ask that yet.
Yeah.
Yes, it's a yes. or
Yeah.
no.
Fair. So you you both have inspiration regardless. Like,
Well, then
if you
I'm
didn't,
now at
you
2.
do now.
I'm back up to 2 again. Hooray!
Yeah, that was awesome. Sweet. You get to the ship. Things are still being loaded and such, but you leave a little bit behind schedule, but not by too much. And you make your way down the river. It's kind of boring on the river. Although calling it a river almost doesn't quite seem correct, because you notice that it is very, very. It's pretty, like, you can see both shores easily enough from approximately the middle where you are sailing. But yeah, you cannot, even if you were to dive really as far down as you can comfortably swim, you don't see the seabed of this river. And could everyone roll a d20 for me real quick? And I promise this is not for anything bad.
Okay.
Or at least not directly bad.
Ooh.
Okay. Barry is actually the one who notices. But underneath the water, you're probably walking along, like, looking at what's going around with Ithvuc or something like that. And you notice, passing underneath the ship is something very, very large.
Oh.
With long tentacles.
Oh.
It's not... It doesn't seem to react to the ship at all, but you see it there. And then it disappears into the depths again. Night passes. Watches are established. The barge continues to move reasonably. It passes into night. Watches are established. The barge continues to move along the river. And shortly after dawn the next day, you arrive at Hoshikiri.
Have we reached the third day of my madness? I think.
This is the start of the third day.
Okay, so it's gonna wear off
by
at some
like
point today.
mid-afternoon, you'll be
Yeah.
good to go.
Simon's waking up excited for it to wear off like a kid at Christmas.
I'm going to walk over, grab Barry by the arm, and tell her it's day 3, and walk off.
Ooh,
Oh.
that's true.
Yeah. Unfortunate.
And I said that in a whisper, only she would have.
Fair.
I just look after him a little bit, unsure what he wants me to do about that.
As you also arrive at the port here, you do see a fair ways up the pier, but very recognizable to the 5 of you, I should still say. You see the Azure Tide in a mooring with activity on the deck. And you can go visit if you wish.
I am going to immediately try to find the wilted rose.
Sure. Give me a. How are you going about this, actually?
Assuming it is, well, since I know it is my friend, I'm going to assume it is to some degree something a bit less savory than other places. I'll go with that terming.
Valid.
And I will try to be on the lookout for anything that would potentially guide me there via the Thieves' Cant.
Sure.
And since it is day 3, you know what else I'm looking for.
Oh yeah, give me a perception check, buddy. Now it is like mid-morning right now.
It's a 2.
You've still got a lot on your mind.
Yeah. Damn you, narrative supporting dice.
Are you still hungover from the turbo drunk, though?
Oh,
We're turbo drunk as well. You probably threw up like once or twice on the barge because as much as you're a sailor, you're very drunk on the
Well,
river.
I don't know if I'd still be drunk by this point because
No, at this point you're probably good, but like
yeah.
the journey down
All
the
day
river
yesterday.
was a little rough. Yeah, but as you sort of like look around the town or the city, particularly the less upscale neighborhoods, let's say, you have all of this still bouncing around your head. The sort of like passive yelling of the mask is kind of in your head a little bit, and you almost bump into it, or you do actually walk into a signpost that is shaped like the stem of a rose and wilts over. There's a sign that comes out that says the wilted rose, pointing into what is clearly a brothel. And it's probably a couple streets back from the like frontage of the pier and like the main sort of like docks.
Are the rest of you all with me?
I think
What is everyone else doing?
I think Simon's just like happy to see the Azure Tide again, so he's gonna focus more on making sure everything on our own ship is ready to go for when we depart.
Yeah. Give me a. So you head back to the Azure Tide, and you see Aerodrim is on the deck. You know, not barking commands, but he's sort of organizing things to try and keep things ready to leave at a moment's notice because he knows that things aren't the most comfortable right now. But he sees you and comes right up and says, "Hi there, good to see you again. How are things on your end?"
It's been an adventure and a half. Oh, I didn't come out of everything in the best mental state, but it'll wear off with time. Heard that you and some other people had some sort of side task up the shore. What was that about?
Oh, that was just for safety. We heard there were people poking about for you, and said like one of the boys heard a ship's name dropped in a tavern not far from here, and in not the most friendly of ways, mind you. And so I thought it prudent to order all hands on deck, and we went, a couple hours up the coast and dropped anchor in a small cove to keep us all safe here.
Okay, makes sense. Good thinking.
At this point, let me remember a name real quick. Did I put her elsewhere? Crew? No. I am blind? Barry's mother.
Farella?
Farella. Thank you.
Farella, yeah. I have
her.
her in my list of NPC images.
Yeah. Oh, there she is. I'm just blind. Yeah. She comes up and says, "Oh, you're back. Who would have gone back to the ship?" Right away?
I probably would have.
Okay.
And taken Ithvuc as well.
She comes right up to you and gives you a big hug.
Yeah.
Oh,
Give
it's
her a
so
big
good
hug.
to see you.
You're okay? You're safe?
Yes, I'm feeling better than I have in a while.
Everyone's been treating you okay?
Oh yes, don't worry about it.
I also update her on the fact that I'm now untethered from our mutual acquaintance.
Oh, look at you go. You know that way that like your friend's
Look at
parents
you go.
talk to you?
Aw.
That's what she's doing.
Yeah.
And, like, she knows that you are like this powerful warrior or whatever, but she's just like, oh, they grow up so fast, sort of attitude. And she met you like 2 weeks ago when you were saving her life.
Yeah. Simon doesn't have a lot of experience with normal family life, but I think he sort of gets the impression of like being praised by your mom.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. So, you update them. Oh, and Barry, who's this little guy?
So this is our collective son, I guess. His name is Ithvuc. His mom, we think, is back across the sea. So I think we're gonna try and help him find her.
Oh, poor dear.
Yeah.
Well, where to? You probably have someone to go see. Yes. You.
Yeah.
Kai, would you be with them at the ship?
Yeah, dropping off the kitty.
Oh, dropping off the kitty. Sure. The cat doesn't want to leave you.
No.
Hard to take into town, goddammit.
Yeah, okay, you probably have some business to it. Did you guys just get back here?
Yeah, we do have to. We need to go find Ithvuc.
I would have been heading back towards the ship after I found the place.
Okay.
After I literally ran into the place.
You walked into it, yeah. Yeah, also looking around the docks, you see the what do they call it? The silver lady is a fair bit further down the docks, but still quite identifiable with the fine silver trimming along her rails and such. Yeah. And then let me actually open up an old document on my phone that has the name of all the important people's ships. 2 seconds. Okay. Yeah. Cool. Neat. Awesome. You would also recognize, like, yeah, that's all you see from where you are right now. Cool. Awesome. Ithvuc gets back to the ship as you guys are all catching up still, probably-ish. What are you guys doing with the cart and the horse?
Did we actually buy those, or were those rented?
Did we rent it?
I actually don't remember that detail. I didn't note that one.
Horse. I have no
The
idea.
horse and cart were rented. It was a rental.
Okay, so is there like a department of that rental company in Hoshikiri?
Oh, this is where we
we
rented
must have
Hoshikiri.
rented it from Hoshikiri.
Okay, so yeah, so we just return it. We need to return it to where we
Return
rented it.
Make sure to fill it back up with gas.
Which means I would have taken my chest with me.
Yeah, I was make
100%.
sure we have our
100%.
belongings out of it.
Edema says hello to everyone. Goes to his quarters. You see you he's in there for a little bit. Comes back up and says, "I have some business to take care of. I'll just be about that then. I'll see you later." And he heads off to take care of something. He seems to be a little bit distracted, maybe.
Isn't everyone?
Is this
That's
he'll be
Edema.
back to reunite with us soon, or is this a go on without me?
You're not sure.
I think Simon would clarify.
Well, when you're ready, take a look below decks in my bunk. There's a note.
Oh.
All right. Well, if we don't see you again, farewell.
He nods and says, "Stay safe out there, eh? Safe sailing."
You as well.
Am I here while he's doing this?
Yes.
I'm patting him on the back as he walks past and say, "Thanks for the save, man."
Of course.
and attempt to slip like 50 gold onto him.
You just let a hand check, sure.
I don't have my sheet open. Give me a second.
Sure. Yeah, that's a pretty solid roll.
20.
You slip him a pouch of gold. A whole pound's worth of gold.
Damn.
And then
I'm gonna shout after him, Thassa be with you.
he like waves back with a smile. And then if anyone goes to check his chambers, he leaves a note that says all that.
All right.
And then, yeah, with that, we will call the session. I'll read it out for anyone just listening to the stream right now. Simon, Ithvuc, Barry, Kai. I've left to sort some things out with Thassa. I feel I need to find my own way on this. This isn't because of anything anyone else did, but it must be done. I hope to catch up with you later. Edema. He takes off down the pier.
It would have been so fucking great if he suddenly just like busted out a pre-recorded audio file for him.
I honestly, that would have been amazing. But okay, that is where we will end the session tonight.
All right.
I hadn't even realized it was that far into tonight. Damn.
Right?
Yeah.
Honestly, like that wasn't how I saw tonight going, but I'm certainly not mad about it. This was a great session.
Yeah.
Okay. Kai, what was your favorite part of the evening?
It was the war of words between Barry and Ithvuc.
Yep.
Euphemism of the century.
Yep. Barry.
I mean, yeah, that was crazy. That's not exactly where I thought it was gonna go. And I feel bad, but also great about it.
Yep.
So yeah, no, excited.
Ithvuc.
It's the only thing that could have been. I'm sorry. The Kai moment was cool, but there's no question. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
A lot of things were said that needed to be said.
Oh, 100%. Like that, yeah.
Like I said, this episode has been long due.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, Simon.
I will say one more thing first. I am dead serious about that. Ithvuc potentially leaving thing, by the way. I promise you, he can and will at this point.
That's correct.
How am I gonna fix this?
I also just, for my thing, I think what I wanted to focus in on is Barry's brief attempt to shift the blame to me.
I wasn't trying to shift the blame. I was trying to like explain myself.
It sounded like that.
Oh dear.
All right. Yeah. Thanks everyone for watching or listening or whatever to this episode of Scourge of the Dragon Sea. Tune in probably next week. We've been consistent for now, and I'm going to knock on wood right now as I say it. But hopefully next week, tune in for more of all of this. Itchy, take us away.
All right. As previously said, thank you to anyone who is watching live. Thanks to Kyoshi and anyone who tuned in, and to anyone watching the VOD. As always, make sure to check out the YouTube channel as well, youtube.ca/ixiestudios, to check out this entire adventure. Been a super fun ride, and we're looking forward to chugging forward. I'm gonna send the raid over to my good friend Overkill, and he may or may not be playing some more Wonderlands with my friend Raven, but we'll see what they choose to do.
You have a good night too, Kiyoshi. I was reading chat, sorry.
Yeah, and thanks again for the sub.
Yeah.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.